By the way, I'm going to be leaking all types of alpha.
I said I'm going to edit this part out. So this is like pristine alpha right here because this is
a little
edited
bit.
out.
I'm just going to spew it out. Yeah, we're looking at bringing our tools over to Solana's blockchain, and because there's such a booming network over there, and it's still very young. Also, there's not many tool options and NFT services over there for the amount of NFTs and activity that we're seeing. So. We're really excited to deploy like our toolkit over there, as well as we're gonna keep everything on Polygon and Ethereum, of course, Ethereum home.
This is what we saw with DeFi. It's like DeFi, last spring, people are starting to do some interesting stuff. And then people are like, well, what if we did X, Y, Z, this? And you still like Alchemy, who's, build self-repaying loans and, thinking about things in these cool ways. That's what I feel like we're in with NFTs right now. It's like, well, what can we do? They can be dynamic. They can use randomization. They can, be part of a narrative. They can do all this sort of stuff. So,
exactly.
Everybody, welcome to Chainlink Live. My name's Andy Boyan. I'm talking to Jared Allen from ZUZ Protocol. We're going to be talking about ZUZ, what they do, what they're about, and how Chainlink is involved, of course. It's nice to see everybody here. Should we get started?
Yeah, let's go, man. I'm really excited.
Welcome to Chainlink Live. My name's Andy Boyan from Chainlink Labs. I'm talking to Jared Allen from ZUZ Protocol. Jared, we've been chatting already about NFTs, but tell us, give us the deal on ZUZ. What is it? What is it all about? What kind of makes it special?
ZUZ Protocol is the culmination of the zero utility company coming together and like building just the most amazing tools for NFTs. We started way back in September of last year. Before NFTs were really doing anything crazy as far as tools and utilities. And we created the first public and universal NFT multi-send. And I can link all this information for you as well. This is the first NFT multi-send that was available for people to use, and it got picked up. And we ever since we've been with Polygon as a partner, and we've brought many projects into the space and allowing them to batch send their 1155s or 721 NFTs to multiple addresses for just one transaction. And that was a game changer for us. So that's what started it. And then ZUZ Protocol was born in March, and we decided to expand the utility aspect of our protocol and make that our structure.
So this is really cool. I mean, I feel like there's a little bit of the origins of Chainlink in this too, where there's a need in the marketplace for infrastructure in NFTs. For Chainlink, there's a need in the marketplace for secure data feeds. And how are you going to do it? Well, somebody's got to build it. And, the story now we are where we are, securing most of DeFi or whatever it is. And it feels kind of like that, where there's this need for NFT infrastructure. Clearly, there's a demand for NFTs as collectibles, as, narrative devices, as ENS names, right? Domain names. Like there's all these really interesting use cases, but the infrastructure isn't fully built out. There's barely anybody building it. That seems like what you guys are doing.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're focusing on. And I often say that, I want to be the Adobe of the NFT space. And that is so that there are many different use cases, there are many different tools to help facilitate those utilities.
What are some of those other tools? So there's the multi-send. What are some of the other things we can think about with ZUZ?
I'll go down the line. So after the multi-send, that was back in September, we needed a bridge to Polygon, which is an EVM compatible sidechain for Ethereum. And back then it was Matic. And we built a bridge, an NFT bridge, so that you can actually send your NFTs minted on Ethereum, like your Bored Ape or whatever, and send it over to the Polygon chain if you get it mapped. And so we did that in November, and we were the first to do that as well. And so after that was done, those partnerships started coming in, and not to leave out Zero Utility. Zero Utility was the first token. It was a very basic project. We were just coming together and working on stuff. We didn't really plan to get this big, but we were also doing physical NFTs. So we actually have NFC chips that are Web3 compatible and available to hold Web3 information. And so we've done collaborations with RFox and Christian Kane in France for jewelry, and we have all these awesome jewelry that have NFC chips in them. So we did that, and then moving into the new year, 2021, our minter was finished. So we have a decentralized minter. You don't need to go to OpenSea or Rarible or anywhere else to mint an NFT. Mm-hmm. We have a decentralized minter where not only can you set dynamic properties like it burns on X date, or you have to hold X amount of tokens. We have all those possibilities available, and it goes straight into the blockchain, and you can have it shown on OpenSea or Rarible or wherever you decide. And I think that was a need in the space at the time. It's still a need in the space actually right now.
Is this a dev tool or an end user tool?
It is both actually. Both. And so I can send or show you the links, or we can screen share whenever, but we can go through the line later, I guess. But yes.
No, so do it. Set it up. Screen share right now.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Yeah. So here's the NFT Forge. This is our mentor basically, and it's very basic. So all you need to do is drag and drop any of your files that you have, and then you can name your project, description, and amount of tokens. This is an option where you can hold or must hold specific quantity of tokens. We did this for our ZUZ NFT, and this was basically proof that you could do Inwallet staking with an NFT, basically. Because if you unstake, the NFT destroys itself and you no longer get rewards. So we have these options for you, and here's our price tiering. And
so like if I have a project and some DeFi project, I have vaults or whatever it is, and I want to reward my token holders with an NFT just to say like, hey, you are a member, or this NFT can give you access to other things. Exactly. I can say, okay, well, this NFT is for everybody. You have to have one token or 0.01, any increment. But this, or you could jack it up and say like, this is sort of a premium level sort of thing. That's
exactly, and that's what we did with this NFT. You see here is, or is it sharing only to the? Can you see the NFT here?
No, we're still on the Forge emulator.
Okay, cool. Then I'll stop sharing there. And then I'll go here. All right. So yeah.
Oh, this is the ZUZ NFT.
This is your Inwallet staking. And what we do here is, the buyers and our pre-sellers as well, they got an NFT, and there's only 160. And then, so yeah, we basically airdrop to them every month. And if you go below one or a certain amount of zero utility token, the NFT burns automatically, and you no longer receive rewards. So this is proof of concept towards a in-wallet staking. And so that was really cool for us to do.
Is that NFT? That's what you guys use Chainlink for, right? Chainlink VRF.
Yeah. Then that'll take us into the other things we're using Chainlink for. That not only is our price feed, we're using your price feed, but we're also
it's not mine, but thank you.
It's not yours. It's ours.
It is. Chainlink Protocol.
It's decentralized. Yeah. So we're using the price feeds. We're using the VRF for our ticketing and raffle tool, and we're using the keepers as well. And that's
cool.
That's really fun.
Oh, that just came out, right?
Yeah. That we deployed that about 3 weeks ago. I guess we were pretty early on that one.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of it. So that was pretty cool to help build that out, and that's an interesting tool. It's basically using calculated information that's needed in order to call a transaction. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's the decentralized automation tool. We announced that was live on Ethereum mainnet at SmartCon again just a few weeks ago. So you guys were one of the first mainnet users. That's pretty great. And it just, when you got to do a task, when you need to update a smart contract, you got to harvest yield, or you got to push a payment, or whatever it happens to be. There's a ton of stuff you can do. a lot of times we found out it's a developer who's clicking a button like, okay, yes, enter the input, go, which is kind of risky, or even if you automate that, it's often to a centralized service or procedure. So it's a way to do that decentralized. A lot of projects are starting to take advantage of that. So the idea of NFT infrastructure, I feel like, is one of those nascent ideas in the crypto sphere where people are really just starting to get it. Like, OpenSea is great. OpenSea isn't enough. So what else is there? What else can we do? Can you talk a little bit about? I mean, it almost seems like you guys stumbled into this. You're like, well, we know we need this
every single thing we've literally stumbled into.
But that, you can also say it's product market fit.
Exactly.
Oh, well, we did something and there's product market fit and now there's a need. So that's the way. That's the VC way to talk about it. I don't know. It's product market fit.
No, it's true. No, it's true. I mean, to be honest, we go into a project, we run into a problem, and we say, we can make a fix, but should we make this fix for everyone, or should we just make it for ourselves? And it turned into, you know what, we've been doing this for so long, we might as well make everything universal. So, everything we have, including our staking platform, which you can stake NFTs on, and you can also add staking boosts as well using NFTs on our platform. Any project can. So everything we've done is sort of like for everybody, for sure.
Who are you guys? Like, are you just a couple of bros who got together? Like that's what I'm curious. This wasn't in the questions, by the way. I've totally departed from the questions because I'm just curious about your story and how you kind of come to this spot. And I think it's a lesson for people who are watching who think you can't be part of this industry or you don't know enough. Enter and participate, and you can start to build and figure out what's needed and contribute in really ways that you might not have expected when you started your journey. So who are you guys? Like, where did you come from and start
me, I come from an artist background. So I was a performer, I still am, and I come from a huge performing background, and I felt that not only was the pandemic happening and I was losing money and not able to get out there and be on stage and stuff. So I got into crypto more than I had ever been. And basically the project started on, how like Telegram is. I don't know if everybody uses Telegram anymore, but Telegram was crazy a year ago. And it was just like the place to find projects. It's a crazy place. And so, we got together on Telegram, my team actually. And it was just a group of us that we just, how Telegram works. You just comment on each other's stuff and we pulled each other together. And I myself am not a developer, but I have the creativity to solve problems and come up with solutions logically and then relay that logic to a dev head. So we got some developers in line, and it's basically it's very much a community project. I can't say that enough. I actually just met one of my teammates for the first time maybe 4 months ago when we traveled to LA for a foundation giveaway. So we're just now meeting each other, and
I have met 0 people from Chainlink Labs in person.
Okay.
0.
Doesn't surprise me. It's rare. It's rare to meet people in crypto, and the NFT space does that. It's I think that the top holders of like the punks, I'm sure they meet up in Vegas every now and then.
I don't know if they do, dude. Some of those Bitcoiners do, but anyways. Now, so this is just really interesting. And as a community project, people come together and you get an idea and you build it. And I've seen a lot of community projects. This happens a lot, and they just don't ship. They never ship. Nothing happens. So it's a testament to ZUZ that you guys shipped a product, and it not only worked, it gained adoption, and got adopted and partnered up with Polygon, and then you keep expanding. So that's a really great story. I think you should lean into that a little bit more. Just personally, I think that's a really great story.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We do have a question from the community. Do you have a comment first?
Oh no, please, let's.
Mahesh asks, what are your marketing plans? How are you going to get surfaced? Are you guys starting to work towards that? What are sort of those next steps on telling more people about your project? We had a little alpha leak before the break earlier about you guys are starting to explore some other chains besides Polygon and Ethereum at home. What else do you guys have on the roadmap?
Our marketing plans. That's an interesting question, and I think this is a conversation actually to be had as far as like how projects go about marketing and what is marketing in the crypto space in a wild west style regulation less financial market, right? So we have to be able to tell the difference and not cross the line on certain things as far as marketing is concerned. So that being said, we're partnered up with the Manny Pacquiao Foundation. They're on our board of advisors, and they've been so nice in giving us resources and people and celebrities basically to come and work with us. And so we have Tito Rodriguez, the Hood Santa. He's a multi-platinum record producer, and he has a platinum plaque, a Snoop Dogg track, and it's his, and so he's auctioning it for his foundation. And so we're getting Snoop Dogg and all his friends to help retweet and get this thing going. And hopefully, say it again.
Snoop Dogg is in?
Snoop Dogg, yes. I could show you here. We have a landing page and everything for you. But we're doing all types of stuff like that, and we have articles coming out. We're just getting out there. We're trying to not push the envelope too much as far as spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on
the spend. And in this space, there's a risk of what you're doing looking scammy, because there are bad actors in this space. And so there is a really fine line of like, if you have a legit project, you guys have a legit project, you don't want to do too much to make it look not legit. Like
exactly.
There's a really tough balance there. So Mahesh, you asked, I hope I'm saying that right. What are the marketing plans? Everyone is always thinking about that. The core, I mean, what you're looking for is user adoption. You get people to come on and you mint NFTs, trade NFTs, set up their own NFTs. That's the core. And a lot of times also, an average token holder, not that you're average, an exceptional token holder or community member might not see developer activity that's happening as well.
Right.
Sometimes those marketing efforts are not targeted towards just straight up retail Facebook user, your mom and dad. So those are all, important considerations when you're building a marketing plan.
I was just going to go into that. Marketing has many faces, and one of them is your outer appearance as a project and what you look like coming in as a new user. And also the other part of it is the communication aspect. Like, what do you do as a community to reach out, or as a project to reach out to other places? So I like the approach of reaching out to other communities and, planting seeds that way. And it's been working well that way. We've had 10,000 NFTs, or actually more, minted on our Mentor. We've had, we have about 10 multi-sends a week. And we have about 121 Ethereum in a volume on OpenSea as well.
They had another question in here. Paul Hogan asks if you've got any specific plans around GameFi or game-related NFTs. We were talking about loot at the top. I'm not going to, put that, but there's some really interesting, GameFi and the play-to-earn space with NFTs, fascinating, opportunity area, but also still relatively young. So maybe, 4 or 5 games that are playable and have communities. Maybe more than 4 or 5, but still it's not very many. Any thoughts around that?
I'm interested in a metaverse. I like shooters, so I'm interested I'm just thinking about it. Our team has thought about it, and we're also looking at it. I don't want to say yes or no, but our community has asked about it, and they want it. They want this sort of thing, and so we have to. I don't see why not. We've done everything else, so why not?
All right, I got an idea. Ready?
Yeah.
It's a League of Legends or a Dota draft, but they're NFTs. And so if you're on an opposing team and you want to burn somebody's draft pick, you got to burn it for real. You got to burn an NFT. It costs you. So you get serious economic value. And, on the flip side, if you want to do something, you got to pull that NFT. So there's real economic value at stake in a competition. You set up a competition like that, a set of brackets where there's that level on the line.
You're hired.
Okay. Now, now you get, you make it community funded too. And so you can get fan bases. And sorry.
It's pay to play, man. That's what's great about it. And that's why I see Infinities, they're doing so well with that aspect in other countries, and it's easily accessible, and anybody can step into the space and earn. It's easy to do. You're right.
Paul, I want to clarify with my comment. I'm just brainstorming. These are not existing things. Sometimes we just get excited on this stream and think about, interesting use cases and things that you could do. We're kind of running up on time, Jared, but it's super great talking to you. I want to follow up with you and know more, especially as you start to get into artists and think about these other use cases and build out more infrastructure. If you decide to move to I'm not going to say the chain. If you want to leak the alpha, if you do decide to launch on another major chain or side chain, feel free to come back and tell us about it, because I'm sure it'll be someplace where there's Chainlink support.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate the time you've given us to really suss all this out. I didn't even get to everything, honestly, and that's okay, because that'll mean that we have more people coming in and asking about, what new chain are we going to be moving on to, and what's this new tool that's coming out in a couple of weeks? Yeah.
Well, my boy Mark is in the chats. He's linked a couple of places where you can go: the Zero Utility Twitter, the Telegram, their blog post. Follow all this stuff. I got somebody. ZUZ Protocol is in the chat here. We got.
Oh, what's up? Okay, the NFT lock. Okay, they want. Okay,
is that what people want?
They want it. They want us to bring it out. Okay. Can I?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta talk to you about it, because you guys help. You guys are involved with this Chainlink. So we have announced, and we're already in alpha with our new NFT Vault. And so what this is basically, it's a few things. It is a place for projects to lock their NFTs, or individuals to lock their NFTs into a smart contract for a vested amount of time. And what that serves as is it has many purposes, because as of now, Uniswap V3 tokens are actually NFTs. Not many people know that, but you can't lock them on Unicrypt or Team Finance because they don't have support for 1155 time blocks. We do now, and so we've already we have that part, and then we also have the multi-sig for NFTs. So basically, you and I, Andy, can own a crypto rock together, and it will not be sold in parts until both of us sign transactions. And so that sort of gets around the fractionalization issue, and it fractionalizes the ownership rather than the art piece itself. And so, yeah.
Hold on.
Did
you say that this will let you do time locked Uniswap LP token?
Yes, sir.
If you're not catching that alpha, I think you need to go do some reading.
I know. It's crazy.
Right. That's pretty big. That's some kind of insider DeFi. All right. Let's break it down for people. So LP tokens is the placeholder you get when you provide liquidity on an AMM, like Uniswap, SushiSwap, AnySwap, whatever it is, Pancake, whatever chain you're on. You deposit, 2 of your tokens, and then you get back this placeholder, basically. And what very often happens in yield farming is you take that placeholder token and you deposit it as proof that you're providing liquidity on behalf of a protocol or whatever it is, and then they reward you. Well, that you can't do that without an LP token, but you don't get an LP token on Uniswap V3. You get an NFT, an 1155. Is that what you said?
That's correct.
So providing rewards for staking liquidity on Uniswap V3, which is a pretty major protocol, if not the major protocol for AMMs, has not been possible or easy up to this date. Is that
it is not accurate? Available at all? No.
So by providing a place to lock that up and track who has that, it's essentially a staking mechanism for Uniswap V3 LPs. And if you can time lock it too, that means you can put a whole bunch of creative reward-based incentives around that. That's pretty interesting, in my opinion.
I'm really excited. And thank you, Chainlink, for the price feeds, because we'll be using the price feeds to display the data of the NFT values.
Awesome. That's cool. Really glad to be working with you, Jared, and to get to know you as well. Everybody, it's Jared Allen, and he's not on Twitter yet. So if you want to get a hold of him, you got to go through the ZUZ Protocol or join all their communities. All those links are down below in the description. Jared, seriously, can we get together and get an update in a couple months?
Absolutely, please. Yeah,
I would love to do that. Thanks for joining me, man. Anything else you want to say before I talk to these friendly people?
Peace out.
Yeah. Everybody, good. I love meeting projects that I don't know as much about. I didn't know as much about ZUZ, but I'm glad I learned about it because that's really some cool stuff. Jared, I see you down there. Just hang out. I'll talk to you after. Everybody, join their communities, join the Chainlink communities, and like and subscribe to this channel. We've got another one of these this week, Chainlink Live. So please subscribe. The next one is 10 a.m. on Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. We're talking to Cook Finance, DeFi Protocol. And then next week, we've got like 4. We're stacked throughout the week. We're always adding more. Thanks to Mark in the chat, dropping those links and helping out. And thanks. If you want to follow more of this and get updates on Twitter, you can follow the Smart Contract Twitter, as well as the @Chainlink for all the updates about Chainlink Protocol. And hey, there's me on there too, because a little plug never hurt me. Thank you again for everybody coming on and hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time on Chainlink Live.